Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. Welcome. And we're going to go live really quick here today. I want to say hello to everybody, see who comes in first here. Just popping in like I said I would today on June 7th. I don't even know what day it is. Anyhow, going to talk a little bit about this hours of service announcement that is due today that apparently is not going to happen today. So let's get that right out there. The hours of service announcement. Hey, what's going on, Alman? You're the first one there today. Thank you for coming in. Thought we'd talk about this hours of service announcement for a few minutes here, not for a super long time or anything. Said it would come. I said I would be live today, though, about it, and so we're going to talk about it, all right? So, Big Trucker, what's going on? Felipe, what's happening today? Super Trucker 2017 is here. Yeah, Trucker JP, it's not Monday, but we got this hours of service announcement. It's June 7th, remember? Everybody forgot about it. Mr. Hubster, hello. Wild Bill, it's good to see you today. Michael, it is a surprise. But because we have this hours of service announcement from the FMCSA, and I should change the screen, right, I guess? Okay, so let's do that. All right, how do I get back to all this? Right, I always do stuff and can't get myself back. All right, so anyhow, John, hello there. Rick, yeah, let's get wisdom. I need some wisdom too. Trucker Hershey, hello. Comvet, nice to see you. Nomad Trucker. Yolanda, hello. The Fishing Trucker, nice. Mississippi Hauler, Clay is here. GT40, what's going on? The announcement today, June 7th. They announced that. They're not going to make an announcement. All right, Ray Martinez came out today. The FMCSA said, all right, here it is. The announcement is that it's going to be sometime in June. All right, I can't make this stuff up. That means the originally scheduled implementation date of July 26th is pushed back. Every day we go back on this is another day it gets pushed back on the implementation date of the new hours of service. So now their target is, quote, sometime in June. Love it. Extreme Circuits, hello. Dana Redwolf, hey, from Boston. Wow, what's going on in Boston? Light Bright, it's good to see you. What's going on today? Kitchen Cop, big surprise. Yes, but we have an announcement today. Hours of service is not being announced. Hey, Alf, waving at you. Michelle, hello there. Jay Godfrey, hello. Todd, hey, what's going on? It's good afternoon here, sir. What's happening? It's super nice today, 75 degrees. Trucker John is going to Topeka, Kansas. Well, okay, hours of service, delay. Love it. Delay. The announcement is being delayed. Tina, hello. Thank you for being here today. They don't have an announcement because they don't know what to do. They said they're waiting for Office of Management and Budget. Due to the government closing, this is what they said earlier this year. It pushed everything back. Office of Management and Budget apparently has to review this kind of stuff before they can do anything with it. So I guess it's going to turn into a big disaster. But now they're targeting June instead of having an actual date. Yeah, crew chief has plenty of available hours. You're sitting at home with a torn quadricep tendon. Yikes, that sounds very painful. Probably won't be able to get back work till mid-July. That's probably when the announcement will probably come out. Wow, Bill, 80 people, no one draws a crowd. Yeah, but, sometimes people just can't resist looking at a car wreck, so you just never know why the crowd is gathered. Any idea on how it's going to be? Look, I'll tell you, with the, that THUD, which is the Transportation, Housing, and Urban Development, is getting passed. It's moving right along, and that's the bill that has stuck in there that they're going to keep the 30-minute break. So it looks like that might actually happen. So we may get to keep the 30-minute break. Isn't that awesome? No, it isn't. Right. Cat in the Hat, eggs. Yikes. Alex, what's happening today? Man, I'm already behind on this. John, what's going on? Red Monkey Trucking. Love it. What's happening today? Panjot, hey, what's happening? Clay, any reason why? Yeah, they said Office of Management and Budget didn't get to it yet. And so until they approve it, apparently, they can't make any kind of an announcement about it. So now the target is June. That's what he said. Target June now. So that every day it's delayed, remember. The original implementation date was going to be July 26th. Every day we move back, that moves back a day because there's some kind of 49-day comment period that there has to be. Let's keep the 30-minute break and raise the speed limit. Yeah, let's make the companies raise the speed limit and keep everybody running at one speed. That'd be great. Mad Mother Trucker from Dallas, hello. You put an automator on the old truck. What is an automator? Al Johns, what's happening? Balance Chaos, huge announcement of nothing happening, really, which is kind of disappointing, really. They're delaying their announcement, which is, not great. We wanted them to put something out there, really. Was the hours of service, were they longer or shorter? Yeah, the hours of service, I don't think they're going to do anything with the 70 hours. That I don't think. Oh, you're north of Dallas down there at Red Monkey Trucking, so it's probably warmer than here. You hope the Black Smoke Matters got their way. Now they have 16-hour days and 80-hour week. Those guys, an astute viewer sent me a thing that they were on TV the other day. Oh, my gosh. One guy, we lost all that per diem. That guy's an owner-operator. He didn't lose his per diem. Come on. The announcement is there's no announcement. Yeah, that's correct. Right. They're not going to make an announcement. They're going to say sometime in June. So, Troy, no announcement. Changes, we don't know. I'm live today because today was going to be the original day, June 7th. Said we would go live today about it, and so what happened is nothing happened. They delayed everything. Kenneth, it's raining in the southeast. Yeah, it rained here for days. It's finally sunny today, so that's good. Seems like a crew chief only gets to participate in the live chat when stuff like this happens. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't make this kind of stuff up. And Black Smoke Matters was on MSNBC. Yeah, how did they find those guys? I mean, people at MSNBC are like, how do we find some drivers to get on here? Like, oh, well, Black Smoke Matters, none of those guys are employed, so they can all come here. So that's nice. So I was delayed. I wish. So the changes that you're looking at right now are not being announced. Today is the original announcement day. Nothing is happening. It doesn't make any sense to me. Sam K respects that I'm doing and trying to improve the trucking industry. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that. That's why I do this, and that's what keeps me going, really. Was Joe Denny? No, I don't think any of them were Joe Denny on MSNBC. It didn't look like any of those guys. I don't think any of those guys was Joe Denny on there. Mad Maldy, what's happening today? Jason is delivering at ABC Supply in Birmingham. Everybody's in the South today. I hope you all live down there because it's Friday, time to get home. You got fired from Risinger. How do you get fired when you're leasing a truck? For choking and crashed a truck. Oh, the accident didn't involve. You kept your last check. They kept your last check. That's not surprising. And how do they fire you when you have a contract? I guess, they can only do whatever the contract says. That's why I'm not a fan of the government, no matter who's in office. Look, it's not, whenever the government is doing it, isn't going to be any good. It's all this red tape, and, it's just a ridiculous. Black Smoke Matters only represents owner-operators. Yeah, it barely represents them. But they were griping, oh, we lost our per diem. They didn't lose the per diem. That was one guy on that MSNBC thing. I paid all this tax. You still get your per diem, goofball. A good trucking company that hires CDL drivers. Well, that will come out here, I'm sure. Thanks for the update. See you on the Monday show. Yeah, okay, thanks for coming in, though. I appreciate that, Clay. And, we'll be back Monday at 1 p.m. on Monday. I wanted to show this, too, as well. I have a Blue Parrot break for just a moment because look what I got in the mail. The B450. Can we see that? Where's the thing right there? All right. 450 XT. I want to say Blue Parrot sent that. That's going to be for the live 20,000 subscriber live show. When we get to 20,000, that's going to be one of the things that we're going to give away. So Blue Parrot sent that over, which I appreciate very much, certainly. For them sending that. That'll be one of the giveaways on that show. So be sure to be on that show so you can get your headset. Of course, no purchases necessary. Thank you to Blue Parrot for that. All right, so are they doing anything with the 34 restart? They haven't announced what they're going to do. That was the problem. I'm only here because they said that today was going to be the day. So I thought I'm going to go live. And since I said I'm live, I'm going to go live, right? So they're not making an announcement. Every day it's pushed back, pushes back the day of implementation. Originally July 26th. Now who knows when. Highs 80 in Southern California. Send some rain that way. Yeah, you need all the rain that was here. Man, everything around here is flooded. The farmers are all flooded out. It's been a disaster. Trucking Fred's news on MSN always goes to the bottom feeders. Well, I just don't know how they found these guys. What do they put an announcement on there in Craigslist or something? And gigs wanted, and these guys are like, hey, there's something we can do. Martinez and I don't ever get asked that question. What company do I work for? I never say who I work for. So that keeps them out of my videos. Look, I don't want them messing around in my videos saying, hey, you're representing us or whatever. And I also don't recruit for them. All right. So every driver out here is recruiting for their company as soon as they start there. I don't do that, even though we have a recruiting bonus. That keeps all the videos, as my opinion. I can say whatever I want and keep my job, basically. Swift is not good. You're looking for a new company. You got to run. Okay, thanks for coming in, though. Trying to get your Friday over. Yeah, I understand. Look, I understand. You just pop in. I'm not going to be out here that long either, but I did want to come on because I said I would, and June 7th was the original date for FMCSA announcement. Now, in the description, there's a link to an article about it where they're talking about that they're not making the announcement. If you want to go read about it, that's okay, too. So, Mad Maldy, you're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the Loves on 81. What's going on 81? You paying tolls over there yet? You're going to, right? They're stalling out just to try to seem like they're helping drivers. I don't know if I don't think so. They are not allowed to announce it because of the Office of Management and Budget. It's all a bunch of goofy red tape, of course, which is not going to help anybody. MSNBC is the fake news channel. Well, they had the perfect people on there then. You were stuck in Chattanooga, 2 hours of accident. That is why drivers should be paid by the hour, and then that wouldn't be such a big problem for people, of course, although it's still annoying. So you're, there we go. You're at Johnny's in Denver. Everybody's all over. Most people were in the Southeast today. The feds can't get their butt in gear over the hours of service. Your wife is on a cruise ship and sailed Sunday. The feds kept her from visiting Cuba. Right, I did hear about that. Anyone who's cruising, you cannot allowed to go to Cuba anymore. They put a ban on Cuba again. I don't understand that. I really don't understand. It doesn't have anything to do with trucking, I guess. As a private citizen, the government has no right to tell me where I can and can't go in the world. It's up to me to decide where I want to go. They can say, look, if you go somewhere, we're not really friendly with them, so you're on your own. But they don't have any right to tell you, like, oh, you can't go here. It's another country. It's none of their business, basically, what you do. So that's just my thoughts on that. The government should just leave you alone. If you want to go to Cuba, go to Cuba. Mad Madly's going into Sherwin-Williams. Oh, well, that's not a bad deal. Of course, it's in Baltimore. Tina, all right, thanks for that. I'm waiting for someone to ask. George, that's already been done today. Cool beans, I Red Monkey. Yeah, really, there's nothing more to say about the hours of service other than they were going to make an announcement, and now they're not going to do the announcement. Charles used to work for Reisinger and quit, and they held your last 2 checks. Yeah. Oh, and then you got it. Well, at least you got yours. It's not unusual for companies to hold your check. Certainly. That's what I asked Blue Parrot for. Yeah, that is what I asked him for, the $450, and in the mail it came. So that is super awesome. That I anticipate that show next month sometime. Of course, we'll announce it at 20,000 subscribers, which is just incredible to me. I really can't even hardly believe it. Believe me, when I sit here and say that, that is the honest truth, right? I never thought that number would be more than, 10, and just for family members. So thank you to everyone, believe me. If government gets involved, inspect a train wreck. Yes, that's the best you can hope for. Oh, Michelle just bought one of these 450s. I don't have one. So what do you think? How's the voice activation work? Pretty good? So somebody's going to get one, and I'm not going to be wearing it. What the heck? Did I hear you say you need your address for the Blue Parrot? Yes, send your address in for the Blue Parrot giveaway. Exactly. Yes, I will need your address should you be the winner. Okay, so Al, is that going to be yours that day? That is going to be a big show. Blue Parrot is going to promote that show, so on their social media. So I'm super happy about that. They said, yeah, we're going to promote it. So that is going to be the show of shows. Andrew is belly dumping in Burlington, Iowa. You need to get rid of the 30-minute break. I know, and I think that's going to be the one thing that's going to stay. It takes 45 minutes to fuel because of people taking their break. Exactly. Look, the problem I have in the field, and respect for what I do. Thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate that. I drive at night, so when I'm coming back, like at 2, 3 in the morning, I see drivers parked on the shoulder taking their break. I mean, how unsafe is that? And you can't say, people say, well, they're not taking their break. They're broke down. No way. There's a dozen, sometimes 15, 18 trucks a night parked on the shoulder. These aren't all broke down trucks. These are people that have just taken their break. Really, probably because there's no parking. So I get that. But look, go to a ramp at least. Get off the interstate. Do not sit on the interstate, at all. It's so unsafe. It just is. And part of it is the government is making that unsafe. I get that. You have to take a break, but you cannot park on the interstate. You can't do unsafe things. Slick needs a headset because yours just broke. They don't break. They last forever, okay? But maybe it broke. And if you get on that show, you might get that $450, right? Among other things, there'll be some gift cards and stuff. I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff. Blue Parrot still haven't given a promo code. I do not have a promo card for them. I do not. So I need a headset. Your wife misplaced yours. Holy mackerel. Tell her to go buy you a new one. What is up with that? How do you misplace it? You're both in the same truck. 92 in Dalton. Yikes. In Minnesota. It's a 78 here. Listening to me on the Blue Parrot. Yes. How do I sound in there? Probably excellent because we love them. Cuba's on the embargo list, right? You're not allowed to travel to Cuba, although I think it isn't any of their business where you travel in the world, other than them saying, look, we're not friends with that country, so if you go there, we can't help you. But how do they get to tell you where you get to go? I don't get it. Stan, you're from Maryland, Costco Distribution Center, and never miss an episode. I appreciate it. I thought I would just pop in and, see what happened today. What is the new hours of service? All right, so the new hours of service is the announcement is delayed. Today was going to be the original announcement day, June 7th, and so that's why I'm here today, because I said I would come in, and they said, look, now it's going to be June. Target is June. That's a direct quote. That means the original implementation date of July 26th is delayed. Every day we go with here, it's delayed a day because there's some kind of 49-day comment period on it. So that's how it works on that, unfortunately. That is super disappointing. All right, so skip Cuba, go to San Juan. Yeah, not that far away, right? This morning had a live unload at a nursing home in Nazareth. Now the dock was not for an 18-wheeler and certainly wasn't a place you could get into. Hey, that's why you make the big bucks, right? Hello from Idaho. What's going on out there? If the government let us alone, we wouldn't have hours or way stations. We'd get pulled over when actually doing something stupid. Well, if the government, I agree, and look, and I agree with you, but if you didn't have hours of service, companies would make you work 24 hours a day. If you didn't have weight limits, companies would put, 200,000 pounds in the truck if they could stick it in there, and the roads would be even worse than they are now. Yikes. Donovan, you have the 350. I also have a 350. So I don't get all the voice controls that this one has. I was reading the container. It looks like it has a lot of stuff. The trailer was 8 inches taller than the dock. They brought a loading plate. Yikes. And they sat at an angle. Told them it was a bad idea to pull the pallets down. Yeah, they're going to break coming off the thing. The Parrot you have is great. Well, you just heads up. Dominican Republic is sweet. Yeah. Look, all those islands down there are nice, I guess. I've never been down there. So voice activation is awesome. It's $20 rebate at the pilot. All right, so there's a good way to get it. Don't drink the water. Always bring your own water when you go in another country. We've had a negative increase one time. Yes. Now, after telling me they would get it, no problem. The kids are doing this. Tell me you got to unload the trailer. No, tell them they unload the trailer. You brought them the trailer, they unload the trailer. Loading in Lewisburg, North Carolina. I live in Miami every day. It's like visiting Cuba. Almost the same thing, and the weather's about the same too. Why is freight so slow? I don't know. It depends on what you're doing. I mean, I watch a number of people on here that freight is fine for them. So I think it depends on where you are, your company, stuff like that. It just depends on what you're doing in the industry. I don't see a slowdown in freight, certainly. If it weren't for the government, trucking would be a lot more fun like it used to be. Well, the government's always been in it, certainly, right? All the rules are a disaster. Every time they try to improve something, they add a rule. Here's a break here. You can only do this. And every time it's another kind of rule. So it doesn't make any sense. All it does is create problems, and then they have less and less people that want to do it. Steven also has the 450. Don't park on the field, drop at the Loves. Right. Don't park over the thing where they have to deliver fuel. Come on. It's been a while. Glad you're back. Thank you for coming in here. WV had a BT 450. Both broke in 6 months. That isn't any good. Don't like parking on the side of the road even if I'm broke down. Yes. People won't move over. It's super dangerous. And I see tons of them every night. So I know people are taking their break. Do not take a break on the interstate. It's 89 in central Louisiana, Donovan. Yikes. It's a humid bath down there. Keep up the good work. Exit 12 on the Turnpike. Oh, we love it over there. Heading back home to Maryland. Well, since you live there, I guess you have to go there. You stop to assist other drivers only for them to tell you they're on a break. Oh, my gosh. I mean, call the police on them. It's crazy. Hey, sorry. Hey, leave me alone. I'm on a break. Long story short, you made a phone call. Some people did some yelling, and their bosses showed up. And I walked in an hour later seeing them sweating. Yeah, that's how it works. Look, you brought it. They should get it. That's their problem. Red Monkey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Coming into the Blue Parrot loud and proud for crew chief. Aren't they the greatest? Look, they've been with the show for a long time since it was much smaller, and I couldn't be more appreciative of them. Trucker Hershey says it's windy. Yeah, we're looking at 18 miles an hour, not like turning over, but much windier than yesterday. Who owns the most company? Just asking. Yikes, that's not a question we can ask here. Blue Parrot will fix it if you had it less than a year. Yeah, I'll send you an email. Good. Yeah, put that out there. 450 has the small ear foam. The 550 XT is slightly bigger. It's more expensive, though. It's like $200. Johnny likes the 450. Gwen has Plantronics. Over the head gives you a headache. I like the over the head kind. A mini one with the input on the radio that makes hands free and can talk on a phone and hear podcasts. I listen to podcasts through the Bluetooth on the truck and broadcast it through the radio speakers. That's how I do it, and have them saved on the phone. So, and that sounds really good. That way I don't have to wear a headset all day. You love your 550, but it disconnects. Yeah, I have not had that problem with the 350. It stays connected all the way around the truck. So maybe the phone issue, maybe. I don't know. Respect, you're Cuban and you live in Miami. Hey, welcome to America, right? You're welcome here. And we love Cuba here. I love your sandwiches. And their cars down there, right? Cuban sandwiches. What am I talking about? You Bluetooth through your stereo, no drive-through headset. You don't like that? Look, it sounds a lot better, you know. The one in the truck talking on the Bluetooth in the truck, not great. You've been to Cuba, your grandfather was born there, and we got to tour the island. Yeah, how is it down there? Pretty nice. 550 is awesome. It connects to Google Assistant. Read your incoming and outgoing texts, all hands-free. Yikes. Driver caught at Gilroy Way Station driving. I saw that. An astute driver sent me that. That driver has been driving with no CDL all these years and finally got caught. I mean, I guess, you know, like some of the comments said, kudos to him for driving all those years without getting a ticket. Who hires somebody that does that? I mean, just got a Blue Parrot 250 with Love's points. Oh, okay, you got it free? Yeah, right. So, you know, any Blue Parrot is certainly the way to go. Bill White asks, who do I work for? That's a question that I don't hardly ever get. I don't ever say who I work for. You know, that keeps them out of my videos. If I start mentioning them, they're going to be like, hey, stuff you're saying is not great or whatever. And I also don't recruit for them. Who is recruiting out here? Almost every driver. Not me. I don't recruit for them. Let them do that themselves. So that keeps them out of my videos. I can say whatever I want then. Should there be equality, balance in who owns companies? I don't know what that means. The fuel hauler before the pilot flying J, don't block your fuel pad. I agree. Look, I agree. Don't park on the fuel pad. What are you doing? J-Man, what's going on? Keep the companies coming. Yes, we will keep it coming, and Trucking Answers is going strong, of course. Headed to Indianapolis to terminal for check for engine light for the weekend. Love it, right? My truck is going back in. The brake lights, they said it went over to Freightliner, got fixed. Didn't get fixed, so I got another loaner truck I'm going to get today, and they can see if they can fix it again. Plenty of freight at Schuster. There was a truck here at a cold storage place for Schuster the other day. I saw it. I go, wow, I can't believe they're right here in Lafayette. Yes, that's your reserve spot. You get to, at least you know you have a parking spot if you're delivering fuel to the Loves. You have a B250. It's been good for 4 years. That's really good. Great non-announcement. I'm sorry, Wild Bill. I mean, that's the announcement. It was, they're saying, I said I would be live, and, you know, they're saying, look, we're not going to make an announcement today. People were waiting for it. So, J-Man, I appreciate it. We're almost to 20,000. Working on getting to 20,000. I don't ever ask, you know, really anymore in the thing to subscribe. You know, I feel like if there's value, people will subscribe. So I'm happy about that. I never thought it'd be more than double digits. Believe me, as I don't have that many family members. So, what are our thoughts on oil field driving? Look, I mean, I'd certainly look into it if it's something you want to do. It's just like being over the road, though. Unless you live there, you have to go there. So, I mean, it isn't much different than over the road driving, other than you're not driving over the road. You're still gone. You know, you're still gone. So that's the comparison for me, is that, if I have to go live in the oil field for all that time, and so then I have to compare it to an over-the-road job. That's how I would do it. I wish I had the info I provided when you started driving 4 years ago. Thanks for the dedication and compassion. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that, Israel Forever. I do appreciate it. I want all drivers to get paid for all of their time, and I don't know why people fight me on it. Let's get paid, right? Your Blue Parrot broke. You have to give them a call. Yeah, brought it through the company. Well, look, if you own it, call them up there. You know, see what they say. Thanks for responding to the email. Oddly enough, my boss assigned me to his newer truck with the belly dump and haven't stopped rolling cents. Good. You know, everybody can email me. My email is right there, mark@truckinganswersnation.com. I answer all my emails generally within a couple of days. I give you the best advice that I can give you. You know, whatever I can do for you, just let me know. You got the Blue Parrot 350, good enough, but I'll take one of those gift cards. There'll be some gift cards too in there besides this Blue Parrot right here. The 450, right, will be given away on the 20,000 subscribers show, which will be coming up, among other things. Notice over-the-road tankers are going to super singles. They're lighter. Super singles are lighter, so tankers can hold more weight. So that's why they're doing that. Fuel hauler for Loves. Stay away from the fuel drops. I agree. What do you think about driving for Loves anyway? Pretty good? TPS Industrial Services in Columbus is hiring. What truck company's not hiring? Do I need to log down lunch when I take a 30-minute break? Log down lunch. 1,400 more subscribers. Yes, Troy, that is correct. And your 30-minute break is off duty. I've arrived. However, I can't fit in the door, so you'll watch from the window. Yeah, fatty 2x4. No pets allowed in the oil fields. Yeah, that's probably true, you know, if that's something that matters to you. I just consider the oil fields versus an over-the-road job, only because you have to go live there. You can't, say you live wherever else in the country and you want to work in the oil fields. They'll put you up and everything. They do that. You know, a lot of them have housing, but you're still gone. So if you're gone from your house, then you have to compare that to an over-the-road job that you can get at your house. So that's the same thing. That's how I compare it. So it might be worth it for you, maybe. How do I like Lafayette? Used to live there. Oh yeah, we moved here in the early 90s because we were living in Hammond. That's where I grew up, and somebody tried to steal my Fairmont, my Ford Fairmont that I paid like $500 for. I come out and the steering wheel's all peeled on it. Column is peeled, and I thought, so I started with a screwdriver after that and thought, this is about ridiculous. We drove around the state and came here to Lafayette because it's only an hour to Indianapolis, but it's still a small town, so everything you need is in the area. So I like living here. If you want to come up here, in 10 minutes you're in a cornfield, which is really, really nice. Kind of talk about California all-duty time pay. California has different rules, which I would have to look up to be knowledgeable enough to talk about exactly what the rules are there. I do know that California has different break rules. You have to get paid for these rules. That's why Stevens is getting sued about it, because when you go to California, you have different rules. I should do a video about that. I'll have to look those up exactly to make sure that they get out correctly and put out what the California rules are and how these companies are violating them. So if you are part of that, you can go see about Stevens and get in on their lawsuit. How did the Blitz go? All right, that's a good question. For me, no change. And I asked other of our drivers, and nobody saw really anything of the ones that I talked about. So the scales were operating the same as normal. So every fourth driver got tickets. That's a good way for them to make money, right? When I reach 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a truck. Oh my God, if I reach 100,000 subscribers, that'd really be something. I don't think that will never happen. You know, there are only a couple of trucking channels that have 100,000. So we could talk about that when we get close to it. I'll tell you what, 100,000, that would be really incredible. I can't even picture this 20,000 number that is coming up, really. 20,000 family. I claim 4 family members and the rest we don't talk about. Exactly. That's why I thought I'd have 8 people, after, time on the channel. It's really, really something to think it, really. There is more than corn in Indiana. That is correct. There's more than corn in Indiana, but in 10 minutes you can be driving through cornfields. Okay, Wendy, for people that just came in, what are the new hours of service rules? All right, so they announced today is going to be the announcement day, that they're not going to make an announcement, that it's delayed due to Office of Management and Budget. So the original implementation date of July 26th is moved back. Every day that we go back moves that day back. They said now the target is June. So whatever day they do announce it, I will come back on live that day, and we can talk about it live that day. But I said I would be live today. That's why I'm here live. I'm not trying to trick anybody with this or whatever. People always say you're tricking people. No. They said that today was going to be the announcement. I said I'd be live. I'm here live, and this is what they said. So unfortunately, I don't have any further hours of service information from them because they're not going to make any kind of an announcement. Lenny likes living in Nashville, Indiana. Isn't Indiana such a great place to live, really? Plus, we only have one license plate, so we can put a decorative plate on the front of our car. Right. I love it. Cody, has there been an announcement yet? No, that is what they said today. You appreciate Mark, crew chief. Appreciates what I do. You've got a Bluetooth 450, a Blue Parrot. Wife taught at Purdue. Oh, nice. Makes far better money teaching middle schoolers. Really? Than, well, maybe as an adjunct professor at Purdue. Still not bad. So you're still right around the corner. Dayton is right down the street here by the SIA plant. Subaru plant, no action, clean as a whistle. You didn't get pulled in any scale, right? So we're not having any problems. That's what I found here too. I didn't see any more police presence. Nobody I talked to that go other places saw anything because I was asking the drivers and nobody really saw anything. Okay, so greetings from Texas. They were cracking down on truckers at rest areas. So 6. So Texas might have been out. We don't go that far from here. Jim Gaffigan, who is also from Indiana, I believe, says people from Indiana have to apologize to people from Ohio for being from Indiana. Yes, we do, flat cap. We do go to say to people, I'm sorry, I'm from Indiana. So, yeah, you got pulled in 4 scales, Craig, but bypass. So nothing really happening, just normal days. Up in Michigan, they turned the rest area into an inspection station. Now rolled through 2 troopers on each side, deciding your fate. Oh, so did you look guilty? That would be, how nerve-wracking is that if they're on both sides of the truck? So, you got to go through this gauntlet, if anybody remembers the Clint Eastwood movie. Wow. Roger Penske. Chops and ADOT had lots of customers, but you weren't one of them. Yeah, they're not going to mess with you, I think, knowing, how you're connected out there, really. How nice about these companies get what's coming to them from, look. These companies, like Stevens in this video that I did this week that has this class action suit, companies, if there's a law, people can think what they want about the law or whatever. If there's a law in a certain state, the company has to follow it, period. Or don't do business in that state. If they want to say, all right, we won't haul freight in your state, that's one thing. But if they're going to do business in California and they have a law, then they have to follow it, whatever the state law is. They want you to follow the law. If you don't follow the law and get a ticket, they don't say, well, you can't say, I don't recognize Oklahoma's laws, so that's why I got a ticket. That's not how it works. So Stevens, like all these other companies, and let's put this out here again so they don't yell at me, they're only accused of this. They don't admit anything. There's not been a case done or anything. They are alleged to have breaking these laws. So we want to be sure to put that out there because Stevens is one of the finest companies in the country. As we always like to say on this channel, I just love them. They're just the greatest. So, but they have only been accused of this. They haven't been convicted of anything. Not convicted, really, but they haven't been found, liable for this. How about that? Texas is always doing goofing stuff. Went through a couple months ago, and they were pulling in all flatbeds. Oh, so they had like some kind of securement thing. People don't understand that, too. With flatbed, you don't just get in a flatbed and drive it. One does not just get in a flatbed. There's all kinds of securement rules. 10 feet apart for straps and a 1.5 times the strap load, right? I believe, right? 1.5 times the strap load of the weight has to be for securement and all. There's all kinds of different rules that have to be followed. Otherwise, your load may look secure but may not actually be secure. Looks don't always get it. Okay, Trucker JP is taking off. Thank you for being here today. I just wanted to be out here. Since I did say I would be out here, I want to be out here. Trevor, thanks for being honest. All right, you're quite welcome. I said I'd be here, and I'm going to be here. The more live shows your channel will grow. It's more like an interactive show. Yeah, look, I do, I'm doing stuff, not just to grow the channel necessarily, but, I said I'd be here, so I want to be here for people. That's what I said I was going to do. So minimum pay I do work full time too. I do drive. So, and I get about 2 to 3 dozen emails a day among other things that I have to do. So it takes a lot of time. So I can't always just pop and live, but I do try to get out as much as I can. Minimum pay every day, no matter how many hours you load or run. Pay to wash the truck, rate benefits, load pay. But your load pay isn't more than your minimum. You get your minimum. Yeah, exactly. The minimum, and that's pretty good there for Lowe's. That's nice that they pay to wash the truck too, right? So if you don't get the minimum, then that's what you paid. So you don't have to worry that you're not going to make any money. That is really, really good. And you're going to have parking. You can always get in the Lowe's, right? How many points do you get, too? Getting, 7,000 gallons of fuel at a time or whatever. Oh, my gosh. How many Love's points must you have? CDL school wants you to do 320 hours at 3 months. Wow. Only need 160 hours. I'm going to talk to the school. That's a long school. You like your Blue Parrot C400? Yeah, that's a more unusual one. I gave a few of those away a few months ago. In the last set of them, they gave me a whole box of them. So, yeah, but that's a good one too, right? Anyone that has their noise canceling technology is worth having. Avoid the inspection by hauling bees. Yeah, believe me, they're never going to stop you hauling bees around. They'd have to shut you down. Your truck is in the shop getting fixed. Nice. That's where mine is going to go here later today. Blue Lion, hey, what's going on? Hey, we're talking about today. I said I'd be live June 7th. The announcement date for the hours of service is today. And what they said is the Office of Management and Budget has to review the hours of service, and so no announcement. Sometime in June. It's going to be in June. We don't know when yet. Frey Miller will hire you straight out of school. Yes, they will. Hey, Kim, got it? Got your new truck? Oh, right. Nicest and most comfortable truck. First trucking job that you really love. You're happy with Smith's Walmart. What kind of truck did they give you? When you dream about the moonlight on the Wabash. Nice. Lost your trailer plate. Inspection up to date. Place printed plate hoping. Oh, what? I love those. When people put a cardboard plate, lost plate, and then the letters on it. I love it. Right. Alabama was hard. You know what you could do? No, this is just what I'm thinking right now. If you did not have a plate on there, and they stop, you could say, I don't know, it had a plate when I left. This way, if you've put a plate on there, you obviously know it doesn't have a plate already. So that's all I'm saying. That's something to think about. I might think, I just won't put the plate on there. I won't put anything on there, and I could say, I don't know, it must have fell off because it had one during my full, complete pre-trip inspection. So there's that. Alabama was hard at it a few weeks before the blitz, but during was all normal, so they pre-blitzed. That's the problem with Alabama. They're always doing stuff early. Oh, so you have an International LT 2017, the highest tier interior. Smith does order nicer trucks than just basic fleet trucks. It's a mid-roof. That would be fine with me. Philip, hey, what's going on? K weighing 100,000. Look, I don't see that ever happening. There's like only a couple of trucking channels that are 100,000, and they've been open for many, many years. And that's why you never call me. We cannot use a Love's Reward card. Oh, I'm thinking when you get the fuel and you fill the trailer up, I mean, how many points would you get? I figured that you're not allowed to use the card because you work there, though, because it would look weird. I love your video on Maverick. Well, not choosing them. And I did end up getting it inspected at the Pennsylvania Turnpike exit and passed with flying colors. Good. I hope you got the sticker, too. Notice where they hold onto your truck when they bend over and look at stuff. Some stinky grease on those spots. Oh, nice. That's what you want to do. You want to aggravate the people inspecting you. Oh, my gosh. Mad Maldy, your 2020 Mac is nice. Holy moly. But I'd rather have a 2013 with 800,000 out. Really? Why? Why would you rather have an older Freightliner than a brand new Mac? And is this Mac all Mac? Do we have a Mac engine in this thing, too? Or is it just rolling, the other just regular stuff like Cummins or whatever? What are we doing with this truck? Let's get that out there. I put that out there. I'm doing clickings pretty good. I'm getting better at the clickings anyway. Kenworth T680 is the best truck. Yeah, everybody loves the Kenworths. We don't roll any of those here, so I'll never get into one of those, and I've never seen a Mac here either. I think there was a Pinnacle Mac years ago, but they got rid of that thing. So of course, at a fleet, they just buy the fleet trucks. 7,700 is a load. So I may own a store soon. Yeah, imagine how many points you'd get if you got points for that. That's what I'm saying. You put 7,700 points a day on your card. Boy, wow. Plus, you'd get the 4-point bonus. They didn't give you a sticker, but it was a level 1 and you got $50. Oh, so Smith pays you $50 too. So there's your lunch for the day. It's a Cummins and a sit and drive. We don't date. Okay. Divide the subscriber by weight. Maybe you can get 2 for 1. You will qualify. Yeah, that would be something. It should be per pound, right? On this kind of channel. Yikes. I just finished your day. You made 280 with 2 loads. And tomorrow, that's right, because Smith pays an extra nickel on the weekends too. So if you're out on the weekends there, you get 5 more cents a mile for weekends. Just reported this morning, the national average is $27.14 an hour for a 40-hour week. All right, so that's probably what drivers make. That's a little over $1,000 a week, right? So I got to imagine most drivers are making, $1,000 or close to it. So at least, and a lot of drivers are making more. I mean, I know a lot of you are making more than that. So 2714, it's a little over $1,000 a week. That sounds about right. Right? That's what I think. 50, 60 grand. Absolutely. That's what everybody averages. Their ads average. Now, the problem with drivers making $1,000, $1,200 a week is not for 40 hours. I see that. But at least we're making the average if we figured it out that way. Gwen Allen's got a roll. Top of the day. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here too. I just wanted to pop in and say that there was not going to be an announcement since I said I would be here live today. J-Man saved the plate. All I'm saying about the plate is if you don't have it on there, your go-to then is to say, I don't know, it was on there when I took the trailer and it must have fallen off. If you put something on there, then you know that it doesn't have a plate. So you obviously saw it. And the other side is, look, you could say, well, I did a full pre-trip and I saw it didn't have a plate. So I wanted to put something on there because during my full and complete pre-trip, that took me about 2 hours to do. You tell them, that's how I saw it. There's both sides of that, both sides of it, right? Mr. Omaha, what's going on? Can't imagine a truck beyond 2007 being the best at anything with all those emissions. Yeah, I have not had any emissions problem with this truck. I'm having electrical problems now. Average out what I made per hour by 70 hours last week. It was 28.84. Does that include overtime? Remember, time and a half past 40. That's how I always do everyone's average. So if you work 70 hours, you have to divide your earnings by 85 because you'd get time and a half for those 30 extra hours of work. Wow, Bill, thanks. And thanks to Blue Parrot, of course, yes. Always we thank Blue Parrot here because we're going to give away this wonderful Blue Parrot 450 right here during the 20,000 subscriber live show that they sent over here. I think it's wonderful. It's still wrapped up. So in its original packaging. So I haven't used it or anything. So it's a 2013, ran 70 and had a 10-speed. Okay, well, the 70 would be good too. So that would help out a lot, I would think, to save a lot of time. So I'm going to head on out of here. That was the announcement for today. I want to thank everybody for coming in today. Since I said I would be here, I wanted to come in here and say sorry that they don't have an announcement, but I said I would be here. And as soon as the FMCSA does make any kind of an announcement, I will come out and talk about it immediately, of course. But as of right now, there's no announcement, unfortunately, even though this was the date. They said their target is June. So they're not even committing to a date at the moment. That's really disappointing. Every day that they wait is another day that it gets pushed back. But I don't know what else to do about it, really. That's all I could say about it. That was what they said today, and so I'm bringing it out to you. So Max don't turn well and got caught being dumb. Think he can't make a turn. They say Max only need to go in a straight line. You got a 530-mile load paying $1,600. That's not bad. So well over almost $3 a mile. That's pretty good. Blue Line, yeah, I'll see everybody Monday. We're going to go Monday live, of course, at 1 p.m. as normal. Nomad, thank you for being here and coming in. And everybody, Adam, you get $100 per inspection. That's pretty good, too. Any amount is good, right? I'll take the 50 or 100. J-Man, thank you for being here. AZ, thanks for coming in from Amarillo. You're on your way to Pizza Hut to spend that $50. I should have Pizza Hut sponsor the channel. Yeah, let them know. These larger corporate places really, I'm really, really tiny compared to like Pizza Hut or whatever. So I don't know if I could, I've never had a response from a large place. Believe me, I can't believe Blue Parrot is talking to me, really. So, Mad Maldy, thanks for being here. What is the company's ELD selling your information? Oh, that'd be great. They could sell all that. I advocate getting paid for all work done and drivers average 7. Yeah, absolutely. I think drivers should get paid for all of their hours that they work. Yes, certainly you would. You definitely would log all your time legal if you got paid for all your on-duty time. If you only got paid for on-duty and driving time, you wouldn't mess with the logbook. You'd run legal, right? Hey, Roy, what's going on? We're just getting out of here. I'm going to tell you, today's the announcement for the hours of service. And so all the hours of service changes are going to be announced today. And Ray Martinez said, no announcement. He goes, look, we're going to do it sometime in June due to Office of Management and Budget. They're just not going to make an announcement. So I'm sorry, I came in with information, but they're not giving any, so I have nothing to give out there. So sorry, Roy, nothing today, but I said I would be here live, and so I am live. So J-Man, thank you for being here, and Roy, and I'm headed out. I'm going to go see about getting some work done here. Thank you for being here, Jim, and I will be back, of course, on Monday at 1 p.m. So thanks for being here, and we will see you Monday. Maybe with an announcement. We'll see what Ray Martinez said. Be safe over the weekend. See you Monday.